Hey there, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dive into a tiny part of English grammar that honestly has a huge impact: subject pronouns. Trust me, getting these right will instantly make you sound more polished and confident. So let's jump in.
Okay, first things first. Listen to this sentence. Him and me are going to the library. Does that sound just a little off? If you're pausing or not quite sure, you are in exactly the right place. By the end of this, you'll know precisely what's wrong there and, more importantly, how to fix it every single time.
All right, so to crack that puzzle, we first got to meet the main character of any sentence. So for our first section, let's really get a handle on the subject.
So what is a subject? It's really simple. It's just the person, place, or thing that is doing the action. The easiest way to remember this is to think of it as the star of the show, right? So in a sentence like, "The dog barks," who's the star? The dog. That's our subject.
And that, of course, brings us to the subject pronoun. It's basically the subject's understudy, its stand-in. So instead of saying, "the dog barks," you could just say, "it barks." The word "it" is the subject pronoun, stepping right in for the dog. See? Pretty straightforward.
All right, so we know what they do. Now let's officially meet our cast of characters. And the good news, it is a very, very small cast.
And here they are, the whole crew. As you can see, there are only 7 subject pronouns in English. That's it. We just organize them by person. First person, talking about myself, is I or we. Second person, talking to you, is you. And third person is he, she, it, or they, and by number, singular or plural. Let's see them in action.
So let's put them to work. For the singular pronouns, you get sentences like, "I am learning," "you are watching," "he reads a lot," "she sings well," "it is cold today." In every single one, that pronoun is the star, the subject, doing the action.
And for the plurals, it's the same deal. We are a team. You are all welcome. And see, you works for both singular and plural. And they are playing outside. Once again, each pronoun is the one performing the action.
Okay, on to section 3. Now that we know our cast of characters, let's dig into some of those common pronoun puzzles. This is where we finally crack the code and solve that problem we talked about right at the beginning.
Now, this is where it almost always gets tricky, when there's more than one person as the subject, what we call a compound subject. You hear it all the time, "Me and Sarah are a team." But the correct subject pronoun is actually I. The right way to say it is, "Sarah and I are a team." So, how can you be sure you're getting it right?
Well, I'm going to let you in on a brilliant little secret that works every single time. I call it the cover-up trick, and it is absolutely foolproof.
Okay, here's how it works. Look at the sentence. Step 1, in your head, just cover up the other person. So in "Sarah and I are a team," you'd cover up "Sarah and." Step 2, read what's left out loud. I are a team. Now, the verb might need adjusting, but just focus on the pronoun. Does I feel like the right word to start that idea? Yep. Now let's try it with the wrong version. Me and Sarah are a team. Cover up "Sarah and." What do you have left? Me are a team. Now for step 3, trust your gut. Would you ever, in a million years, say "me are a team"? No way! Your ear tells you instantly that "me" is wrong, which means you need to use "I." It really is that simple. So, puzzle solved. But you might be thinking, okay, but why does this tiny little word "I" versus "me" actually matter? Well, it turns out it matters a lot more than you might think.
Here's the bottom line. Using the correct pronoun makes your communication so much clearer. It helps you sound more professional, more polished, and that is absolutely crucial for making a great first impression, whether that's in an email, a presentation, or a job interview. Knowing these little rules just gives you so much more confidence in the way you speak and write.
It really all comes down to this. Making this one small change is one of the biggest bang-for-your-buck grammar fixes you can possibly make. It's a tiny detail that instantly elevates how people perceive your communication.
Mark Twain said it perfectly. The difference between the almost right word and the right word is really a large matter. 'Tis the difference between the lightning bug and the lightning. Choosing the right pronoun is exactly that. It's a small thing that makes a powerful, electric difference.
And just like that, you know how to identify the star of the sentence and how to use its proper stand-in every time. The next time you hear, "him and me went to the store," you'll know exactly why it should be "he and I."
So the only question left is, what grammar puzzle should we investigate next? Thanks for tuning in.